Part 2 of our how to clean a northern and take out the Y bones is actually taking out the Y bones. We have cleaned off our fish, we took out the rib bones, now we're going to take out these Y bones. This is the hardest part that most people have trouble with, but you can see the bones visibly above the bloodline, and if you run your finger over, you can actually feel the bones sticking up. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make an insertion about 1/8 of an inch above that bone line, all the way down to the bone. And we'll actually run our knife down one more time just to make sure that we got it down there. Then we're going to take our knife and we're going to actually run it right along them bones. You can see I'm kind of opening up a flap. Do that all the way up to the tail, and you'll be able to feel the bones if you feel for them. You'll feel the knife clicking on them, and if you look, you can see them all the way along there. The last part of this is we start right at the bloodline. If you look at the little red line down the middle of the fish, we start with our knife almost flat. We're going to cut right on that bloodline. And we're going to get up underneath these bones. And once you get to the end here, you'll be able to actually pull up on the meat, which will separate it from the fillet itself. Work that all the way back. And you can see the bones coming out from the top. There they all are. I'll show you a better picture of that when we get the bones out. And remember to keep your knife, if any degree, it's like a 5-degree angle. You don't want a lot of tape around your knife because you don't want to cut down to the skin. You want to keep the meat there and remove just the bones. You will have a little bit of a pad of meat at the end, right where the Y part of the bone is. But when you get down to the back section of the fillet, you're basically just taking the bones out. And don't be surprised that it's not going to go so well the first couple times. But if you don't keep trying, you'll never learn. So I've cleaned lots of fish, so don't expect to do the same thing I'm doing the first time out. Common questions are, you can't take the Y bones out of small fish. I'll show you some fillets right when we get this done. I did some 2-pound fish, like 21, 22-inch fish right before this, and you can make perfect fillets. At the end, it's going to roll over, and you just cut it off. When you're done, you end up with a chunk of meat, basically like that, with the bones in it. That fish there will not have bones in it. I'll do the other one real quick, and then I'll take the skin off, and you'll see the flap that folds over a boneless meat. Same thing, cutting just above the Y bone, all the way down. Make sure you're down. Open the fillet up and run along that bone line. If you're having trouble with your fish fillet sliding around, one thing that really works good is to find some cardboard that hasn't been cleaned on yet. It'll actually suction cup itself right to that cardboard. So that's something that, if you're having trouble with the fish moving on you, is a good thing to try. Again, we're on the bloodline bone, or bloodline, cutting up towards the front. As soon as we can get that front part out, we'll have something to hold on to. And then you're just going to skirt that bone. But if you're looking for a fish fry, a northern pike will feed a lot more than a walleye. It's firmer than a walleye, and the flavor is at least as good as a walleye. Okay, we're at the front again. It's folding over. I'm just going to cut it off now. Got 2 patches of meat. I like to extend my knife, take the skin off. A lot of people use an electric knife, and that's fine too. You're going to start in the front. You want to pin that meat. Put your knife on like a 5-degree angle again. Once you can get a hold of that fillet, you're going to actually hold your knife down at that 5-degree angle and work the skin back and forth with your hand. Alright, your skin, meat's gone, here's your fillet, bones are gone, it's ready to eat. And I'll show you, just to show you, you can do the same thing with a smaller northern. This is about a 2-pound fish, very, very nicely done. It's very, very easy to do, so once you get it under control. I'm going to take this last skin off. If you guys want to stay and watch, you can. If not, thanks for watching. There it is. A little hole like that, it's not going to hurt nothing either. Beautiful fillet. Enjoy.